Shozong,
So when are you going to transfer your wife Kaiyan?
don't let Cheng catch up. He will target you next, after he's settled his son's job.
Are you talking about Kaiyan creating a ruckus when she heard that she wasn't among the first list of transfers? Is that a rumor or is that the truth?
I heard about it, but many folks in the factory saw it, so it must be true. Hey, sorry for being nosy, but your wife Kaiyan, she's not that bad, being a kindergarten staff. She only gossips with idle family members most of the time, so you know she's not so bad. Compared to my wife, she's a saint.
All right. I'm off. Kaiyan.
Huh? Where exactly did you go to? Doesn't Ming Sheng live over there? Wait, didn't you go look for him?
I've arranged for your brother to be deputy secretary.
Really? Oh, thank you so much, Xiaolei. You're brilliant. Come on, let's go. In that case, why don't you transfer me as well?
When did you get this idea?
Wait, what? Well, there's nothing wrong with me wanting to live with you. I've been waiting so long to ask you why you didn't put me on the first list. For transfer.
Why didn't you ask me?
Because my dad wouldn't let me.
He didn't want you to leave.
Well, no, he definitely supported it. But then he told me something about getting brother's job settled first, so I'll be transferred sooner or later. He did make a good point. I mean, it's hard for them to help us take care of Xiaoyan when you're away. So it's only fair. What's wrong? Are you saying you don't want me to go with you?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. See? You're even upset with me. Well, Xiaolei, I mean, we're a family, right? Shouldn't family be together every day? You've been away for 6 months. Don't you know how worried I've been?
Come on, let's go home.
We're already here. Can't you just tell him to transfer me already? Why don't we go together, huh?
Do we have to go now?
Yes, we have to go now. Stop stalling already. If you don't go, I'll miss work and go with you to Donghai.
Fine. You go home first. I'll handle this.
Really? Really? Well, see you at home then. Don't be late now. You take care.
I'm gonna be lucky. I might be unlucky again this time.
Should be right. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you listening to me?
Alright, don't be so short-tempered, okay?
I'm telling you this. No, that's not true. I don't need
Why are we all so loud?
Tell me again.
Make sure everybody's playing fair, okay? Huh?
Voices, everybody. Alright, just play.
Hey.
Why are you back?
Song Yunhui.
Come on, pack up and leave. Go. Leave.
Bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Song. Song Yunhui.
Bye.
Who is he? Hurry up.
Why aren't you home? It's late.
Why should I return to an empty house when it's livelier here?
Where's Yang Shun?
He went to Source for Goods. Well, everything is going up in price now. He wants to stock up before the holidays.
Bear's Ears and the others. Are tenants here too?
No. They are not as lucky as I am to have your back after my release. Nobody wants them, but there's at least a place to talk when they come to me, isn't it?
Don't let him get into trouble.
Don't worry. Yang should agree that they should stay here. They can help with some things. When did you come back? Why didn't you give me a call?
Just today.
Is something wrong?
I need a drink.
Hey. You don't have to go out. You can just drink here. I have got everything. Porky!
Huh?
Get me the 3 must-haves. I'm going to drink with my buddy.
Give me a minute.
You dyed your hair?
It's easier to find a wife when you look young. Are you gonna keep drinking like that, pal? Hey, if anything's bothering you or something's wrong, just tell me, man.
Cheng Kaiyan has changed.
What happened?
As soon as I returned today, Mr. Cheng called me over and got the family to act pitiful in front of me. He told me that Min Song-sheng held a grudge against me and deprived him of his retirement package. Then they used a good cop, bad cop deal to force me to beg Min Song-sheng for a good position for their son.
And then you came to me.
No. I looked for Min Song-sheng and convinced him to make young Master Cheng a deputy secretary at the new machinery site.
Show off.
Who's a show-off?
You. It's not like you don't know the tradition of Jinzhou plant, choosing a good son-in-law for riding on his coattails when needed.
I just thought the Chengs were different from the others.
Yeah, they're different. The others choose a good son-in-law and have the poor sap under the thumb. But you were dishonest and insisted on leaving Jinzhou, and they didn't stop you either. Frankly, from what you said, I still don't get what's wrong with Cheng Kaiyan and how she's now changed. I really don't.
That's what upsets me here. I don't care how unfair Mr. Cheng treats me, or how the man genuinely despises me for being some backwater bumpkin from the countryside. But it's Kaiyan. She just played along with her whole family.
You really are angry. You can't even figure that one out. You should know what your kitten is capable of by now. She can't play along with them, man. Listen, Cheng and his whole family were really acting. But Cheng Kaiyan, she was at best obeying her dad's wishes. That she can't give you a hard time and affect her brother's important job. That kitten Cheng has been so good to you. And obedient. Look at Min Zhongsheng. You know his wife scolds and beats him at her whim. Although he is usually quite powerful, he doesn't have any status at home. You're much better than him.
Hey. I'm gonna tell you this while I still have some liquid courage left. You had better keep a distance from your former friends. Don't make trouble for Yang Shuo, huh?
Got it.
Look at you.
Xiaolei! What took you so long? Are you angry with me? Have you been drinking? You rarely drink. Are you really angry with me?
Kitten, we are family.
Hey there. How are you?
You're here.
I'm going in.
Go ahead.
What's the matter? The copper plant's going to be topped off very soon. I'm busy here.
You're a busy man now. You won't even come over unless I call you personally.
This seems to be your way of picking on me. Well, I'm here now.
The bank told me that you just rejected their loan. Your Lei village is doing so well now. It's so wealthy and powerful that you don't need the care and help of the higher-ups anymore.
Those damn bank employees are thoughtless. To even bring up something insignificant to the leader. Don't they know that our country committee secretary has a lot on his plate and no time for such a small matter?
Well, now aren't you boastful? A 5 million loan is a small matter then? All right, tell me then, why did you reject it? Have you found another way to raise money, or does Lei have a cash printing machine?
I didn't reject the loan. I made it very clear to the bank employee that just $1,000,000 loan is enough. I still have money. Besides, I've already paid for the copper plant's advance payment for all the equipment. Not to mention the project entry fee. If you want me to take the loan, approach me again 2 months later. But then he insisted that I should take out the whole loan. That means I'd have to pay 2 extra months of interest.
You're just so damn petty, Tiger Lei.
What do you mean I'm petty? It's 2 months interest of a 5 million loan. Need me to calculate
Hold it right there. Whatever the amount, it's still not going to go into our pockets. Frankly, it's the collective against the government. You don't have to be so serious.
Secretary Chen, the report I gave you clearly states that Lei Village is now working on several projects together. I'm already in a lot of trouble here. For this breeding pond, I brought in special pipe from the reservoir and I had to pay off the villages there. All in all, just so I can even pass through them to begin with, you know. And now, I have to hire workers from the outside for the digging. The people of Lei Village are no longer idle as they were in the past.
All right. Stop going on and on. What happened to you? You used to be a straightforward and generous person. Why are you being so fussy now?
Hey, I'm not being fussy. I can't just spend recklessly even if I was rich. Come on.
This small amount of interest is nothing in comparison to your investment. Once the copper plant's built, the revenue will be considerable. How about you just take the whole 5 million loan, rework your plans before you decide on coming back, all right? Use the money so you can bring forward other plans. I mean, really now, did that first loan which you took out become a gold mine for Lei?
No, I'm not rejecting the loan. I'm just going to be taking it around 2 months later. Why should I pay 2 months interest for nothing? The bank just can't bully me like this.
You either go along with the bank, or you will never use the bank at all. It's up to you. Do you want my advice here? Huh? The sooner you get the loan, the sooner you will start the project. If you play it smart, I'm sure the interest will be nothing to you.
Come on now, why do you only speak for the bank here? Lei Village is also a subordinate unit. You can't be too biased.
The bank has a monthly lending mandate. Why can't I, as a leader, take an interest?
Lending mandate or not, it's none of my business. You can't just drag me into this. Besides, you said the money is not going into our pockets.
Watch what you say, Lei Dongbao. Listen, you only have 2 options now. Either you take the whole 5 million loan, or you will never get a bank loan again. Your choice.
You already stated it so clearly. Of course I have to listen to you, right? Fine. I will take the 5 million loan and pay the interest. Such a small matter could have been settled over the phone. Come on. stay back. Waitress, come here. Pass this to your lady boss.
Oh, okay.
Watch over the boy. Don't let him run around,
Right, of course. Thank you.
or he might get run over.
Come on, Yang Yang. We're going back. Don't play on the road again.
Hey there.
Uncle Hongwei, the cement and fire bricks aren't enough. The construction team said we have to stop work if you don't send them over. Why did you exceed the budget again, huh? Weren't those listed? Those were for constructing the main fire refining and wet process machinery sites and several auxiliary machinery sites. Now the tank cofferdam for the heavy oil has to be done at the same time, and it's a safety measure proposed by Mr. Song. I have to do it. Signed by the secretary? Give me the materials. I'll get him to sign it later. And you know, he's most concerned about the copper plant. He will approve it. Thank you, Uncle Hongwei. This is the last time. Don't do it again.
Hey there.
Hey. Hong Wei,
Hey,
have you seen Sheng Ming?
in there. I'm leaving.
Take care.
Uncle
I'd
Shigen.
like to speak to you in Hong Wei's office.
Oh,
Sit down.
what's the matter, Uncle?
Oh. Take a look at my profit and tax forecast for the next 3 years, based on the theoretical productivity of your electrolytic copper plant.
Oh, Uncle, you even know how to do this? The secretary says you're Zhuge Liang. I guess you really
Let's
are.
not talk about that. Let's assume that you can achieve 80% of the theoretical productivity, and the price of raw materials, products, and labor remain the same. With your annual profit from the consolidated wire and cable factory, minus the interest on your bank loan, the interest on your fundraising from the villagers, and all those miscellaneous expenses, do you know your projected profit for the next 3 years is likely close to zero, or almost nothing? Under our bonus distribution system, you will hardly get any bonus for the next 3 years either. Zhenming, it's time to calculate your expenses.
How could that be?
How could it not be? If you don't control that installation expense at your copper plant right now, your projected future profit will be negative. You'll be in debt.
But I am very careful with my money.
Don't rush to explain to me yet. Huh? Take the statement back and look at it for yourself. I'm just giving you a rough calculation. There are still some specific copper plant expenses that I'm not sure about. Just go back and recall those expenses. Add them in and pass it back to me.
What do you mean, Uncle Shigen? Uncle Shigen, you suspect that I've been siphoning funds from the purchase? Huh?
Zhenming, we're both from the Lei family. I don't want you to end up with nothing after working so hard for such a long time, all right? So I'm here to give you a friendly reminder. But if you want to misunderstand my good intentions, that's your call.
No. Uncle Shigen, don't be angry. It's my fault. I'm just too young and ignorant. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't be angry, Uncle Shigen.
I'm really fine with it. But I hope you won't let Mr. Dongbao down.
Yes.
And don't you let down your subordinates, all right? Spend your money more carefully. And keep your costs and benefits in mind. Remember that.
Yes. Of course. I still remember, Uncle. But Mr. Dongbao has always been telling me to step it up, step it up. So to step it up, I had to...
Don't blame everything on Mr. Dongbao either. He wouldn't have done the copper plant if you had just shut up. You refuse to get experts or listen to people's advice. Now the copper plant's such a big mess and in huge debt. If anything happens, the whole Lei village will go after you.
Secretary! Secretary, you're back! Slow down, Secretary.
Is the plant in trouble?
No. Civil works will be done very soon, and I've also arranged for immediate delivery on equipment. It's all good. We're all set.
What are you doing here then? There's still so much to do.
Secretary, I'd like to volunteer for a task.
Wait, what?
Volunteer.
No, I mean, what task?
I mean, didn't you just say you were going to meet with the expert that Mr. Song was going to introduce? I feel that it's beneath you, Secretary, to ask for favors or to bow and grovel. Whereas I'm a young man without the burden of pride. Why don't I go in your place?
The plant will be finished soon. Do you even have the time?
I've got it all arranged. No need to worry.
Have you been spending too much lately and making people jealous?
Not really.
So you're afraid that the equipment won't fit or go wrong when you get them, and you want to go get the expert yourself, ingratiate with him, and let him share the burden on your shoulders. Am I right about that? Is that what you want?
Secretary, the equipment won't go wrong. Why would they go wrong when I've done so much research on them and called so many people for advice?
So anyone can go then. Why's it got to be you?
The copper plant costs the village so much money after all, and the equipment we bought are all precision instruments. I just think everyone will feel more secure if an expert could maybe hold the fort in the village, you know?
All right. You just give me a call later when you bring the expert.
Sure.
I'll welcome you two at the county.
I'm off then, Secretary. Secretary! Secretary, this is Engineer Feng, the electrolytic copper expert which I poached from an electrolytic copper plant in Tongling, Anhui.
Hold on, why is Engineer Gao not here?
Oh, he's already 70 years old. He's too old to be traveling far. Engineer Feng is Engineer Gao's best student. He's still young and energetic, and he actually does know more about electrolytic copper than Gao himself.
Are you really better than him?
Well, I can't say I'm better than him, but my experience and ability in specific operations is not much less than his, right?
You've had a long trip. Let's grab a bite first. That's my way of welcoming you.
Okay.
Secretary, Engineer Feng is being modest. Watch out. He's being modest. He's been working at Tongling Nonfair's electrolytic copper plant. With his practical frontline experience, he has long surpassed Engineer Gao, who only does theoretical research.
Come on.
Waitress, can you take our order? After you, Secretary.
Oh, Secretary Lei. Let me get the menu. Take a seat.
Oh, I'll do it.
I'm going to the washroom.
Okay.
Mr. Dongbao, what would you like to eat?
Zheng Ming, order for me.
Sure. I know what he likes. Here, we'll have this. And this. The fresh braised pork hock and pork ribs with garlic. And beef in casserole. Yeah, that's about it.
And a bottle of white liquor?
Secretary, hey, trust me, there's no problem at all. With Engineer Feng's ability, you can count on him.
I'll leave the copper plant to you. If anything goes wrong, you'll be dead.
Secretary, there's no need to feel hopeless this time around. I chose him after a lot of comparison, research, and even further consideration. And he agreed to travel this far to work at Lei Village. That's one thing that Engineer Gao can't do. And most importantly, this man is a great bargain to hire. His salary is just so much lower compared to that of Engineer Gao. So we gotta play it smart here.
Why are you suddenly so uptight about money like Shigen?
Well, I have to manage my costs. When the plant functions, I have to pay all the salaries. Here.
Here, Secretary. Thanks again the other day.
Where's the boy?
At his grandparents' house.
You got married this young?
Oh, please, Secretary. That boy is our boss's son. Enjoy your meal.
Yeah, thank you. Engineer Fang,
Yes?
I suppose you understand our copper plant's design, blueprint, and equipment.
Ah. Director Zheng Ming has already shown me the information. How should I put it? So far, there are no major problems there. However, there are still many problems to be solved before the installation preparation and actual operation.
That's why we hired you here to solve them. If us laymen can solve them ourselves, well then, there's no need for you.
I'm a straight talker. Don't take it personally, good sir.
No, I do prefer straight talkers. Waitress,
Here.
get me a soda.
Here, sir.
I got a weak stomach and I can't drink. Zheng Ming will drink with me.
I see.
Okay.
Here.
Let me do it.
Here you go.
Welcome aboard to the crew. Work hard in Lei Village from now on. You will not be treated badly.
Of course.
Hey, Ting, the rigging parameters need finalizing. For the consolidation and reinforcement of first and second pier by tomorrow. Are we clear on that? We don't want the port installation team to fall behind.
I'll get on it.
Come
on.
Hello? It's Song Yunhui. Hey! Hey, it's you! Of course I can still meet up. Come on, I'll be waiting.
Faxman Beijing. This machine keeps jamming paper. Can we get a new one?
We have a limited budget. Save on these things if you can. Take a look.
So they're still planning on using the Japanese mainframe. There are only 3 or 4 suppliers who can supply us with that equipment. 1 from Germany, 2 from US, 1 from Japan. All things considered, USLD is the best. I mean, you've already given clear advice to Beijing before, right? Do they still want to use the Japanese supplier?
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Ma, it's Song Yunhui.
Oh, Xiaosong. Is the project progressing well or what?
All's well here. I just received the equipment list from your side, though.
Oh, really now? I was about to get someone to call and ask you. What do you think of the equipment solution?
Well, so far it's only up to standard. Not optimal yet. There's still flaws in the compatibility of the mainframe and ancillary facilities.
No, that won't do. Just what are these foreigners doing? Look, list out the problems for me and then I'll get Han to talk to them in more detail.
Mr. Ma, preliminary preparations are underway in Donghai. The most important task now is to implement the solution. Otherwise, we can't move forward from here. And you should know very well by now that the choice of equipment is crucial. If something goes wrong, it will directly affect Donghai's capacity and its future development.
Well, I've already spoken to the ministry about this. For the ancillary facilities and equipment, we can choose either the German or Japanese supplier, but USLD is still the top choice for the mainframe. However, majority of those in the ministry still disagree with it. I'm in a tight spot here.
How about this? A detailed report on my recommendations for the equipment. And since we're in agreement, I'll send that report straight to the ministry. What do you think?
By all means. Xiaosong, I'm a technical amateur. Having your input here means I do support your idea. Well, get to it.
Hey now, what an honor. The great Mr. Song came out to welcome me in person.
Hey, don't flatter yourself. I'm out here for some air.
Handsome as ever.
Just a little darker. Next time I'm here, I'll bring you some sunscreen. As the leader of this place, you still need to look good.
It can't be helped, pal. The UV rays are strong here. Come in, have a seat. You got here fast. You were in Shanghai yesterday, now you're here.
Actually, I was nearby. But the road in Donghai was so bad that my car almost fell apart on the way. Here. It's fine. There are no banknotes there. It's the equipment information I mentioned to you on the phone.
Well, aren't you the high roller, huh? You're too busy selling your products before the pleasantries are even over.
So says the busy engineer.
You don't even want to meet me for dinner and you knock me for no pleasantries? How's Xiao Cheng? Has she transferred?
That's good. The living conditions here aren't ideal. A fine lady like her doesn't deserve to suffer here.
How's your wife? Did she follow you to Beijing?
What? Hell no. It's difficult to live in a big city, and too hard to settle the children's schooling. So there. Some of the equipment we represent should be suitable for you, right?
How should I put it? Third uncle, thank you so much for coming to see me. It's just, I'm a deputy director, under the factory director, and the ministry. Now your office in Beijing should have already asked around by now. I'm not the right person to sell such equipment to.
I came down to the countryside to look for you precisely because of my mole in Beijing. Although you are in Donghai, the Beijing project team still relies on your technical accreditation. As long as you accredit a set of parameters that only we can meet, everything will be settled.
Forget about whether I have the authority to do so. Even if I did, do you think that I would dare use exclusive products? In the future, when we buy spare parts, for all I know, you might just fleece us.
Watch what you're saying, boy. Given our relationship, do you think I'd have the cheek to just fleece you?
Well, given our relationship, I'll just give you the lowdown. I much prefer to use the US mainframe and other companies' ancillary equipment.
So that means you won't just lock in on one company's products?
But I'll still be having a share of your orders anyway. Am I still your third uncle? Xiaolei, don't give me a politically correct answer.
That's a shame. My opinion can't sway such an important decision. You'd better Visit the Beijing project team more. They have more members and more votes if a poll is taken.
Fine. You're quite a busy man. I don't want to go on and on with you either, but I do think you should consider our situation here. Please don't limit your orders to the COCOM list.
Why, did you hear anything?
Oh no. It's just what I've heard from doing foreign trade in the past 2 years. Always plan out for the best and be prepared for the worst.
Aren't you representing a US company?
They got a registered offshore company in Panama. For outsourcing, it's much safer for some products to go through this channel.
I'm gonna need more time to think this through. Which equipment can be imported through that offshore company? Help me list the equipment models. The equipment matches well with our design proposal. That's interesting.
Secretary, copper will come out from there. Engineer Fung.
Secretary Lei, Director Lei.
Yeah.
The first batch of copper rods is very good. The quality is excellent.
Well, Fung, you gotta look closer here and make sure they're fine.
Don't worry. I assembled and tuned this machine myself. I guarantee it's fine.
Zhang Ming,
Yes.
you've done well this time. I'll credit you for that. Listen, report your work order to your Uncle Shigen here. Don't slack off, got it? And quickly put your workers on 2 shifts to pay back your deficit as soon as possible. Silence all the villagers who criticize the copper plant. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be seeing you.
Go on.
Take
thank
care,
you.
Secretary.
See ya.
Engineer Fung.
Hey.
Can you explain it to them first?
Yeah, sure. A 13mm rod.
Secretary. Secretary.
Didn't I ask you to report on your work? What are you doing here?
I know you're going to Jinzhou City today. I prepared 2 bottles of wine for Senior Mr. Song.
Can you just put your mind in the right place for once? Put it in the copper plant, will you?
Well, I'm expressing my gratitude to Mr. Song, and our copper plant was built. All thanks to his help, so...
Zhang Ming, just work hard in the copper plant, all right? I'll go and convey your thanks to him. Besides, I'm visiting my father-in-law. I don't need you to prepare a present.
Take your time, Secretary.
All right, get back.
Take care, Secretary.
Hello? Papa. Little kitten, did you miss your daddy? Why are you at home today? Didn't you go to kindergarten?
Hey, let me talk to your daddy. Xiaolei,
Brother, how have you been?
Not good. I've called you a few times.
times in the last few days, but you didn't answer my call. I thought maybe you were really busy, so then were you avoiding me?
Watch what you're saying, pal. My daughter might hear you.
Come on, Xiaoyin.
Oh,
Come on, Grandma. Let Uncle talk
let
to
your
Daddy.
daughter learn from you. Don't learn from me.
I'm telling you, I wasn't avoiding you. I've been on site all day. And just got to the office. Let's just say your timing was bad.
Yeah. I was wrong. Happy? Xiaolei, I don't want to complain. But why didn't you tell me that you secretly brought Mom and Dad over here, huh? And that Lei Zhengming made things so complicated at the opening of my copper plant, but you weren't even there to guide him at all. You not only did not keep up appearances, but you even brought Mom and Dad over here. I wanted to bring them here when I want them to. I mean, what the hell, man?
Well, Xiaoyin needs someone to look after her, and I can't always trouble Kaiyan's parents, you know. Hey, is your copper plant in full operation now?
Yeah, we've already been producing copper rods. And I've just asked Hong Wei to bring an outside technician to look at our stuff. The quality's fine.
That's good. How many shifts?
2 shifts in the meantime. I reckon there will be 3 shifts after some time. You have no idea. I feel so at ease when I see smoke coming out of the chimneys here.
Is it black or white smoke?
Black smoke. I'm not burning marsh gas.